Once logged into the back-end administration area of our website, the first thing that we want to learn how to do is to make a simple edit to the content of our site through the article manager. I like to open a preview screen. This will open another window on a web browser showing you your website as the public sees it. This way you can make a change in the back-end administration area and then switch over to the front end and see the change live on your site. So in our case, we have our back-end administration panel open, and we also have the front end of our site in another window. This way we can see what we want to change. For example, let's go in and change the very last sentence here. It says, "Thanks again for visiting." Let's say that the "thanks again" sounds a little informal. We'd rather say "thank you" instead of "thanks." So we're going to make a change to that word in our main page article. So let's go to our back end. We're going to go into Article Manager here, or we can also get it from the drop-down menu. We'll switch into Article Manager. This will show us a list of all of the articles or content that's in our site, and we're going to go down to our front page article. Note that it is marked as front page. None of the others are marked that way, meaning this is the only article that appears on the first page of our site. Go ahead and click on the title of that article, and we're going to open up an editing screen. The editing screen looks much like a word processor that you're probably used to. It has many of the same stylings in here that a word processor has, including centering, justification, bold, underline, italics, copy, paste, colors, and so on. If we scroll down the content here, we'll see our sentence, "Thanks again for visiting," and we're going to go ahead and make a change on that. We're going to change that to "Thank you." It's a simple change. Roll back up to the top of our screen. We have a Save button and an Apply button. If we click on Save, it'll save our changes and then return us to the article list with all the different articles of the site. If we click the Apply button, it'll save our change but leave us on this edit screen. That way we don't have to bounce back to the edit screen in case we want to make a second change. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the Apply button to save my change but stay on this editing screen. Give it just a moment, it'll reload, and our changes have been made. So you can see down here, it now says "Thank you again for visiting." Our changes have been made, and we're going to go to the front end of our site, and we're going to see the change. Now note that nothing has changed here yet. It still says "Thanks again" because we haven't reloaded or refreshed our page. Go to your browser's refresh button, click on that to reload the new version of our page live. So we'll click on refresh, and our site loads again. Now we'll scroll down the site and we'll see that our change has been made. It now says "Thank you again for visiting." It's just that simple to make a change on our content. If we're happy with this, we can go ahead and click the Save or the Close to get back to our article manager list. Close is fine. One thing you should make a note of here is that when you're actively in an edit mode, we're editing the content of an article like we are now, our drop-down menus here are disabled. Nothing will happen if I click on these. Nothing will drop down. So just be aware of that. You actually have to close out of here in order to reactivate those menus. So once we close out, we'll return to our list of articles, and our drop-down menus are back again. Click on Control Panel, and we'll return to our main login screen. That concludes this lesson.